Hey guys, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the complete series of Workaholics. All 7 seasons came out in 2011, starring Kyle Newacek, Blake Anderson, Anders Holm, Adam Devine, and many more people. The show is super important, super gnar, super awesome, tight butthole, all of the slang that goes along with it. Very simple premise. 3 slacker friends from college are housemates. They work at a telemarketing built office company called Telemarcorp. They go on their wasted and high adventures, and it's a feel good comedy adventure series. You should always party. You should always keep your friends close, and etc. Right? So that's the basic premise. First 4 seasons, absolutely hysterical for various reasons. You have your standout moments, the Juggalo episode, when Adam and Blake wanted to make jerky, and Anders was trying to convince his dad that he was successful, and it's perfect. Anytime Carl, who is Kyle as Carl, does anything with his van, it's just pure hilarity, and the constant pranks within the office of Telemarcorp, going from one office to another, pegging homeless people and destroying the old office. Constant hilarity, right? But then season 5 comes around, and then it gets real. And the episode I always reference that changed Workaholics is Gayborhood. And why I say it is because the dudes go to this house party thrown by this gay couple, and they were trying to act cool by acting gay and thinking that was what they were supposed to do, and then the homeowners tricked them into thinking that the guys slept with each other that night. So it was this whole big reveal that it never happened, and it was hilarious. But there's one particular moment that they're doing this trust exercise with Telemarcorp, and Blake just confesses something about his uncle. And that he was so great, that his uncle had passed, and he was so grateful that, he had his friends, he had his dudes with him to get him through that experience. And then Adam was confessing stuff, and then Durs was confessing stuff. So I say it changed the series because you had this, it was just a feel-good comedy. You could watch any episode, didn't matter what season, it was all just one continuous, fun, adventurous story. And then you had this real heartfelt moment in this episode, and it was cool because you didn't expect it. And that's what's great about this series, is that they kept throwing all these curveballs at you that you didn't expect, and you're like, can they do that? They did that. Should they do that? But they did it anyway. We're good to go. We're G to G. So it's entertaining. And then going throughout, Gramps DeMamp is Dead, one of my favorite episodes. Blood Drive, Gone Catfishing, Night at the Dudeseum, Monster Labuya was hysterical. What was it, Tactoma 420, when Blake crashes the car, and then the mouse Nipples flies into the wall, and Blake's just on the ground screaming, "Nipples, no!" Perfect. Another fun thing I liked about this series is that you had various actors from all walks of their career pop in and out. For instance, I love Rebel Wilson, right? She is an amazing actress. She's hysterical, one of my favorite Aussies out there. She has been in so many moments within film and television with Adam Devine. It's perfect. And it all started actually in season 1 of Workaholics during that Juggalo episode. She was a female Juggalo who fell for Adam, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to play with my boobs in the tent?" or something to that extent. And it was just funny watching them. And then you have the two of them in Pitch Perfect 1 and Pitch Perfect 2 as love interests. And there was another thing that I just Isn't It Romantic? It's this new romantic comedy coming out next month actually, which stars the two of them. And I'm so excited to see it because it's fun seeing actors and actresses work together on one project and then work together in another project. That's why when Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates came out, what was that, 4 years ago? 2015, I think. Starring, of course, Zac Efron, Adam Devine, Anna Kendrick, and Aubrey Plaza. I was so excited to see that because I loved seeing knowing that Zach and Aubrey were also in Dirty Grandpa together, and you had Anna and Adam in Pitch Perfect together. So it's fun seeing all this mix match. I'm waiting for another Zac Efron, Adam Devine follow-up series kind of a thing. You have Blake Anderson doing a bunch of random things, but so awesome in his stuff. He was in, 2013's Dope. He's in the opening sequence of, 2015's Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, singing Black Widow as a janitor. Hysterical. Durs has been doing a bunch of stuff. Adam, though, has been very busy with his, different comedy tours and all the films he's been doing, and it's cool seeing them grow as actors as well as people within the series, within the 6 years, 7 seasons worth of stuff. And also, you had 2 parts of season 3. You had season 3A and you had season 3B. So it's really 8 seasons in 7 years, 8 seasons in 6 years. I always liked Blake the most. Blake's character was always so awesome. Of course, because of his hair. His hair is always awesome, and it's a big staple. And the last episode, when he cuts it all off and they make him put the wig back on, it's quite entertaining. But I liked that these particular characters that were created were well-rounded, and you saw them grow over time. So Blake was the very sensitive and artistic one who loved to have a good time. Anders was very charming and tried to be sophisticated, and he wanted to excel in business to a degree. You had Adam, who was just like super confident but super insecure about himself as the series progressed, that he always wanted to proclaim that he was so strong and he had the biggest muscles out there and no one could compete against him. So it's fun seeing these different dynamics over the course of this series. And another thing which I noticed, which probably most people don't, Blake always wears Converses, Adam always wears Vans, and Durs always wears New Balance. That's just what they do. Blake obviously only wears Converses in work and out of work. Durs and Adam wear dress shoes, quote unquote, in the actual office, but then they wear their sneaks outside of work. What else? There's just so many awesome moments. So, like I said, so many fun drop-ins from different celebrities playing themselves or just being an actor or actress within the series. I love having like little blooper moments or like extra little things like post-credit and stuff like that. It's a fun, feel-good series. Most people can binge watch The Office. Most people can binge watch Parks and Rec. I can binge watch Workaholics and just be so content with watching it real time, or if I'm using it as background noise for some other thing I'm doing. It's just such a great, happy show, which gives a lot of perspective on what or who you should be. Stay near your friends as best as you can, or the people that are around you who push you for greatness or who always have your back, something to that extent. But try to have fun, but try to be yourself and try to excel at being yourself. And Rancho Cucamonga, who would have thought Rancho Cucamonga would have been such a staple setting place for these main events? What was another good thing? Oh, the whole bird situation with Jillian and Alice, and the dudes getting locked in that sewer under, who was it? Tez's complex or something to that extent? The whole Tez and Blake showing each other's penises moment was hysterical. Meeting Mark Summer in season 1, the bear jacket that Blake had. Again, these things just keep going and going and going in my mind, and I don't want to like reference every single thing, but Tight Butthole. Tight Butthole. Awesome show. That's all I got. Will there be a follow-up series? No, the dudes are good. The dudes are good. I think they've gone from creating a improv comedy group to posting videos on YouTube to being discovered by a producer to create this show to where they are now is good enough. It's a nice poetic story. YouTube on, as most important successful actors, actresses, singers, songwriters, dancers, musicians, artists alike have been discovered. Go YouTube. Mucho mahalo, guys.